There's a point in every small business when you ask yourself, why am I working so hard? Who's been there? And when you start, you think it's hard, but then as you grow, so do your problems.
And they'll be like, I know how to fix it. Let's make a policy. Let's make some compliance kind of like documentation to make sure that this never happens again. And as you start to put the red tape and the bureaucracy and you layer that stuff on, what you're doing is making your business more complex. And that's not the reason to document.
How do you effectively train your people to do that thing without you there so that you can be here? That's what this is about.
2 weeks ago, my son went to the library with my wife and they came back with Merry Moosey Christmas, which I will send you all a copy because it's that good.
I think that's the spirit of this competition, is to help businesses grow, and that's what our platform does.
Buy versus rent. If you were going to try to build an asset, what would you do? What would you do? I can't hear you. Buy. So everybody kind of agrees on that. If you're trying to build an asset, you buy a house or you buy a property, because then when you want to leave, you've got some equity built up, right? You've got something to show for it.
So in the book, Rudolph wants a night off. Every Christmas, he's flying around the world and he doesn't get to experience Christmas laying in his bed and wake up to presents or whatever. So he asks Santa for a night off and Santa says, yeah, no problem, as long as you train a replacement. So, of course, I perked up as I was reading the story.
So Russ and I from the time we met, we were brainstorming on different business things. He had his agency, I had my video production company.
And couldn't possibly be more in the business. I was the sales guy, the camera guy, the editor, and the fulfillment manager shipping thousands of DVDs around the world from my basement.
Number one, business is meant to be easy. Business is so easy, right? Anybody disagree? So businesses start off because we want them to be easy. You know, they're a simple idea, simple concept. You found a problem in the market. You want it to be easy. But then as your business grows, it gets more and more complex because you're packing on, you're layering on complexity, different types of services, different products, different customers, different markets, and it gets really complex.
Has anybody had a delegation problem? It's not easy. It's the hardest thing we do. So we want to talk about delegating and how to get your mind right so you can do that.
So just think through like some businesses that you've worked with or worked for, or some entrepreneurs you know, and plot a couple people. And we'll talk about just experiences you've had with maybe who's not a fit or who's not ready yet, or who is.
So, who wants to help thousands of business owners document what they do and get their businesses out of their brains? Thank you.